everything's in order, close as it's gonna get. Whew. What are we gonna do today? Who knows? In 45 minutes, we're gonna take a look at Chad Moretta's webinar. I'll explain more about that between now and then. Let's open up Street View. Configure. Oh. Why is there a problem? Okay. Visual Studio. Let's pump up the volume, the bit rate that is. Okay. Everything looking good in the hood, as they say. Except actually streaming on Twitch looks like it's not working. Of all the things. All right, we're back. Ooh, I just saw something wrong with the bandwidth. I'm gonna be right back. I'm restarting. Now we're back. Where's the Where's Street View? That's weird. It's like I erased it. Open project. That's weird. What up, MG? In about 40 minutes, we're going to take a look at Chad Moretta's webinar, launching your first iPhone app in seconds flat. I'll talk more about him, my relationship with him between now and then, as I may have indicated before. Right now I'm opening up our Street View, our computer vision I can't find it. Striker. Alright. It's gotta be this. Welcome back, dude. Glad you made it. Oh, looking a little dark in here. Much better. My movie lighting. and debug. Blake! Let me move that 100 XP down a line. That's something I wanted to do, actually, real quick. Put this down. So here, make it smaller. Done. Go back. Might even just commit it right now to get it out the way. Striker.
Is it me you're looking for?
Hey, want to join me on Skype or? I'm going to be doing game dev for the night out. What do you mean doing for the night out? Are you saying your party night is game dev, or are you doing game dev at the club? I want to Skype. Yeah. I want to Skype. Yeah. Let's build this. Gotcha. The last day of school for Christmas vacay. Hype! Yeah, dude. This is a great time of the year to stream, visit stream, all that. Good energy. Okay, did it build it? Build succeeded. All right, let's run it. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Where's my freaking output window? I don't want to use this program anymore. How come there's no output window? Really? Okay. There it is. Alright, so that's that weird thing where you can't open the video if it thinks you have a webcam. Let's take a look at the webcam code. Capture manager. Okay, capture controller. Oh, that's for computer vision. Initialize camera. This one. Well, what school is that no one's into game dev? Really? Take a look at Blake's new sponsor in the chat. And you do got DJ skills. I love the everything is awesome recommendation you made back in the day when we first met. Yeah, I mean, I'm voice chatting right now. There's just one-sided. I am trying to run this and stay a little bit focused on the dev. I got only 35 more minutes before the webinar. It'll be short. We're going to get a lot of good information. Chad Moretta is made millions and millions of dollars in the app business. And I'll see. He had actually asked to manage our Zombie Blaster game at one time. Okay, so let's do a breakpoint here and see what happens. Right. It did find a camera, but that's where things get bad. Capture. Aha, let's try this. It's a Polytechnic Institute. Most people there are a bit old school, and between you and me, not very hardworking and passionate for what they do. I'm in computer engineering. Like, but where is this located? What kind of college university has... Really? So it queried the frame? Oh, okay. So which camera is it using? Like, really though?
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Let's take a look at Blake's jingle.
I always change the handsome collection.
Sorry, that wasn't it.
Hey, it's DJ George here, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, all you wonderful truckers out there. This is DJ Baz from Truckers.fm wishing you a...
It's a minute long. What is that? Are you DJ George? Sounded pretty good, by the way. Ooh, Thesbro's got a response to his post. I am Barney. You mean the purple dragon? Or dinosaur? Where the hell is it getting that image from? I wanna rock. Let's hard code it to do a null. Initialize file. It's going great. Just started. In 30 minutes, we're going to take a look at a short live webinar from Chad Muretta, multimillionaire in the app business, talking about how to launch your first app in no time flat. Let's see what he has to say. He actually, I met his people. He sold his app business for a few million back years ago. I met his investors. We were worked out a deal at one point where he was going to manage Zombie Blaster. I met his people. He's kind of like a Trey Smith. Do you know who Trey Smith is? The one, the Build Box fame. Oh yeah. Okay, this is to open a movie. Back to good old Drop-A-Dick. Dropbox. Let's take a look at all of these. I don't get it. Blake, does anyone understand Blake's? No, I'd love to talk to you, voice call or do Discord. It's just not in the cards. I'm trying to get this dev out, and then we're gonna watch a webinar. I don't get it. Oh, the bot. Are we getting botted? Maybe we got hosted. Blake, is that you up to no good? Is that what it really is? That's not what it says on mine. Mine doesn't say that. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, mine says 12. It's Xclam Discord, bro. Ta-da! That's Bros. Good. That's Bros, who I didn't read everything. Confirm the Twitch bug is real. So you found a similar bug? This was 2 hours ago. And then on yours, someone did try to respond. And I'm gonna now I'm gonna put mine. Can I do a Kappa emote? How do they not have a Kappa emote on the damn thing? Diana plays games. Patience. Hello, everyone. I want to know you guys are real. Supposedly, we just got botted. Up to 200 views. Say hi. You don't want me to reply? I think I'm getting a message from this bro to not reply. Okay, we can do that. I can respect that. Read what his says. I did read it earlier. Which one, Despros? You got the similar case, the response. The response guy didn't really offer any feedback. You mean read the similar case? Yeah.
Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about.
All right. In 20 minutes, we're going to watch Chad Muretta's live webinar on launching your first app in no time flat. As I was saying earlier, Chad has made millions in the app business. He's a colleague of mine. He's one of the known as being one of the most successful educators of apps. Do you guys know who Trey Smith is of BuildBox fame? Chad Muretta is kind of like a Trey Smith. He's like, in a way, it goes like Trey Smith and then Chad, if you ask me. I'm going to be streaming on Periscope today, finally.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Mint. It's minty fresh in here. What's up, dude? Striker, that joke though. Smooth Dog, are you getting into some Unity dev? You know you've come to the right place. What up, Mint? Did I post version 3.0? We did some Topcaster Emoji Wars dev last night. I think I left a version change out. No. It's pretty exciting. I am going to want to get that out for Christmas. No pressure. But trying to make an endless runner. Did everyone play Super Mario Run? It's been getting it's been controversial. I'm willing to play it on stream actually. I really want to take a look at that. Let me make a note that we should review Super Mario Run. Live. I need a better stream pen. Let me write that down that I need. Let me use my pen to write down that I need to get a better pen. I got tons at the home studio. And I really need a new freaking internet cord. God. Sharpies for stream post-its. Gotta stay organized when you're a top dev. Wouldn't you agree? So much exciting stuff going on. Stream pen, get the patent on that. Yeah, I know, that's a thing. Do we just invent tech? Whoa, 200 million freaking views right now? Dang! Hi, everybody! Thanks for the follows. Wait, there are none. That's funny. Thank you for welcoming me back. I am in a lawsuit. I do sue regularly for, the truth is, a lot of people don't obey the law, to be honest. I kind of enjoy it. Oh, Cash is a beast. The new followers I got today, would you please say hi in the chat? If lurk, fine. I just... Blah. Alright. Time to get... Let's try something different. Let's try to see if I can reflect the iPad right now. The real McCoy. What's up, my beautifully bearded friend? Things are good. I hope things are good with you. In about 15 minutes, we're going to be watching Chad Muretta's live presentation on how to get your first app out in no time. And he's considered one of the top app development educators in the world. He's a colleague. I have a relationship with him, and he's made millions of dollars in the app business. And so have his friends. So we're going to take a look at that, see what he's up to. Check some upvotes for me? Yeah. Well, a Showmaster is doing fantastic. Both of these top cast Showmaster franchises are money in the bank. Money in the bank. But do you guys like that Money in the Bank song? You know what I'm going to do for fun? I'm going to write it down because I say it all the time. Money in the Bank. And with Despros and Mint now kind of on the team, opportunities are endless. So first, I didn't know what you wanted me to check. I'll take a look at Topcaster first. We are at, wow, it's gone up about 5 votes since I last checked. We broke to 300. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Our numbers look beautiful. And let's take a look at Showmaster, which I did notice. I did check this morning, and that is definitely spiked. It was 24 this morning, and last night it was like 14. Says we are number 84. We are in the top 100 of 2,200 software titles. I don't know, like statistic-wise, these numbers look really, really good. And it'd be great. And I'm going to be doing an announcement on this about, because we're going to add Santa, and we'll go ahead and post it in Steam. On Christmas, we're going to attack Santa through the Showmaster RPG system. So McCoy, is that thanks to some of your handiwork? Because I don't know how you're doing it, but you have gone. I mean, you're making strides. I mean, you're like yesterday. You're like, oh, upvotes. Is that it? You know. Yeah. Well, the concern that I'm targeting with Showmaster is how to really stand out even more. More interactive, more relevant, more letting the show keep users engaged than the typical, like, oh, we got a follower. Of course, life is a balancing act. Life is a balancing act. It really is. But that's something that needs to be kept in mind by all, because anytime you're getting, there's all these weird emotions, anxiety, depression. There's all these weird emotions that they don't always mean you have to quit or hate or destroy or bend over backward. It literally often is just more of a rebalancing that's required. A lot of times people will get so frustrated, they'll just go, fuck it. And which is okay. That's the balancing thing that required. But it's just weird. You a lot of times feel worse off balance than maybe the situation really dictates. It's just, you got something more pressing, handle it. If you feel like you're too overwhelmed, don't sleep all day. Just handle it. Because you're going to feel great afterwards. But it's easier said than done. We all know that. Easier said than done. What is the frickin' iOS mirroring software? Keep forgetting the damn name of it. Sergeant, yeah, get your snacks. Be back in 10 minutes, bro. Good job, McCoy. McCoy, I appreciate you appreciating me because I appreciate you. And we are not done. I know 2016 was a little rocky. We're going to get through this little part. 2017, Shazam. Shazam. We'll start reaping some of the rewards. Cash will start crossing the tables more. Bonozo is in a growth business. We're a growing company. We're so freaking large. Move over, Zuck. You ain't got nothing. No. But got my eye on Gavin. No. Notch. No. I mean, at this point, I'd settle for any of the one-hit wonders that Twitch launched. Let's go with, let's really set the bar high. How about the guy that did Choice Chamber? Oh, there's this, I don't know. Fill in the blanks. Lonely Screen, is that the one I'm looking for? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's the name of the app I was looking for. I'm actually going to add it to my Trello because you see how I forgot? And that pissed me off. And I have a reflecting category. Trello is basically my brain. My memory of the brain. The hippocampus. Is it the hippocampus, the memory? I fucking don't remember. How can I remember what does the remembering? Reflection apps. I always forget this. Awesome, McCoy. Bro, if you keep those numbers going up, man, Bonozo, the team really works when people do things when we're, like, not together. Like, when I'm offline or... that's the magic of being on a team. The real magic of being on a team is parts are moving while someone's tired, someone else is going. you know, it's not all well, it's pretty effective to be like, okay, like a, you know, all huddle and then do the play, and then, you know, the real reason why I believe in team is actually when Pistons are going, when other ones are like resting or busy, or so your motivation. I'm gonna just throw one out. He might have left. Looks like he's still here. Dude, that's really the magic. And if you guys all know who McCoy is, of course, right? He was on the TwitchCon panel. He's single-handedly got the second most number of backers and the second most number of upvotes for our projects. I think that's true. I know it's true. I hope to talk to you again before Christmas. Are you gonna be at home? I'm doing everything I can to stream on Christmas, and it will be hopefully an earlier stream. I'll start like around noon, but try to go all day. We're gonna make some Christmas dev. Thanks, man. Yeah, our RPG system that I'm working on, I think, is going to do Twitch integration correctly. Where it's not trying to be all, oh my god, if I do Twitch integration, everyone will love me. It's not for that. It's literally using the format as kind of how we would play video games through BBSs back in the 80s. That's how it was. Man, I love me some FF Fantasy 15. I watched a little. It's freaking my brain out. I'm like, wait, what game is this? And then today I watched some Friday the 13th beta. Okay, we are definitely running out of time. Let's see if I can pump up the jam. Do you guys know how to use iPad AirPlay? Dang, why are all these apps open? It's like someone... What happened? It's like someone opened every single app on the thing. All right. So AirMore, you swipe from the bottom. Then you click AirPlay. You choose Lonely Screen. You turn on mirroring. And now here on my iPad. This is an iPad 2. And then we're going to open Periscope. I said open Periscope. You guys don't want to high five McCoy on the way out? So to stream live with Periscope, you first hit the people button on the lower right, then you hit the picture of the face on the top right. I hit here first, and now I'm hitting here. You go to settings. Advanced sources. I'm going to just make sure it's not going to reveal the password real quick. Yeah, it did. There I am. So let's do... I just like the... Unfortunately, I do got to type it in. Launch. Shut up. Unfortunately, I do got to type it in. Launch. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Is there a volume, though? Oh, wow. That's so cool. Is there a volume, though? Oh, wow. That's so cool. I'm not sure why I don't see it. I'm going to kind of do
not
this.
Sure why I don't see it. I'm going.
There. Launch. It's in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Grab yourself a snack right now. 5 minutes. You're gonna watch Chad. You're gonna go through my invite to Chad Moretta's live stream on how to launch your first app like in freaking an hour. Like without even an idea. It's gonna be awesome. Why is this going so slow? Hashtag. No. I messed up the calculate the All right. Going live on Periscope. It says I'm live. I'm going to lower the volume. We're going to add other stream outlets too in the near future. We're going to be the masters of live dev game streaming. We are going to become one of the most successful live game dev streamers in the world. And let's go to the webinar. Thank you for the retweet, Nuda. Okay, I'm plugging in. I'm going headphones. Apologize if I missed your chat. Just hang in there. It's great to see you guys. The last 2 streams were so freaking successful. We got a lot of steamboats. We got follows. We got work done. We had a great time. We learned. We're always learning. That's a given. Non-stop learning. Let me do a quick mic test. Thank you, Poppin, for the, not Soda Poppin, but Poppin app for the retweet. Okay. What up, Funky Lizard? Let me do a couple more tests. Okay. Oh.
And although the presenter may make this presentation look easy, giving a public speech is the #1 fear. So please go easy on them. Restrict chat conversation to positive comments and feedback that support the discussion, and please refrain from distracting the other participants.
Should I play this
If
video at the
any
beginning
time
of
you
our
have a
stream?
question, click this button to mark your comment as a question so it highlights it for the presenter. Feel free to ask questions throughout the presentations as you have them. Your presenter may stop occasionally to answer your questions, or
Chad Moretta, founder of App Empire, best-selling author, speaker, trainer, and appreneur. He coined the phrase appreneur, I believe. Chad has personally launched multiple market-leading apps and trained thousands of aspiring appreneurs around the world. Salt Room. Sit tight. Does anyone here know who Chad is? And if you don't, does anyone here know who Trey Smith is? Welcome back, Jeff. You're in for a treat. This guy knows his app business. I've personally spoken to him multiple times. We worked on a couple little things together. Ultimately, we did have a difference in moving forward philosophy. I wanted to go more into 3D than he did. I'm like, you don't understand. These phones are going to be so powerful. It's like it's going to be stronger than a PlayStation 2 in like a year. And I wanted to be prepared for that. Okay. I'm sitting tight. Well, actually, I'm standing. Stand tight. It's supposed to start 1 minute ago. Redirecting. I'm just doing that to get something going. Wait. Hello?
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Yes, it is. Why? I'm just trying to see why this isn't working. Okay, hello. I don't think it's me. You're about to lay down tight. Let's refresh. Again. Discover the fastest and easiest way to get a quality iPhone app launched on the App Store so you can start building out your full app empire in 2017. We're going to go over the fastest and easiest way to get a quality iPhone app launched. In theory, this is the fastest way. Chad, let me take a look at, I actually have him on my Skype, actually, I believe. Here. Should I ping him? And be like, dude. Dude. For Thank you, Daisy, for that follow. She's a mobile gamer. So, is this working? I don't think it's working. I'm gonna Skype them. Webinar jam, all right. Webinar jammed. Instead of doing a game jam, do a webinar jam where it's like, no, don't. It says he's on a mobile device. Well, I can go to his website, Facebook page and stuff. His Twitter. This is him. This is him. Where's the Twitter? That's him, by the way. What the fuck? The last time he tweeted was in October? It's not him, it's a fraud. He's not into Twitter. It's not working. Well, I'm not sure what to do here. I guess it's been 10 minutes. Not a word. I'm gonna just check his Facebook page one chance. And then we'll let it run in the background. I have reason to believe that it's just not working and it's not us. October. Powered by Webinar Jam. You mean not powered. All right. Should I try a different browser for the hell of it? Just for the one crazy possibility, and I'll try it on Edge, even though we know it's not going to make a frickin' difference. nothing. We got nothing. Okay. So it happens. I'm going to go back into development mode. I'm going to let this kind of run in the background. Hopefully we'll hear some sound or get a response back on Skype or an email indicating something. And I'm assuming they're having technical difficulties. Now, I was first going to take a look at these videos. Okay. I know. I Skyped him directly. Maybe it's working, and like he's ignoring Skype because he's busy.
Here comes fast speed from the side angle. This is medium. Here's slow from. Here you go with fast.
Let me see if there's any turning in here.
Third. This is head on, going fast. This is medium speed. Alright, here's head on fast. Going fast, fast. Yep, this is slow.
There's no turning. Let me check my Google Drive for a turning video. I want to support that bicycling. I'm trying to support turning. And all right. So I don't have video of turning. Forgot how the issue was lost, was forgotten But I do not appear to have any video with turning. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm still going to add a feature of being able to open the video with a button press. Because right now it requires the camera. It doesn't work. "4 p.m. It was supposed to be 6 p.m. Why does it say 4 p.m. now? Oh, 4 p.m. his time. Yeah, he's in Cali. Oh no, Pepsi Freak retweeted us. Man, it's a great... We're getting really good action on Twitter. Chad. Oh, Chad. Let's see how the buttons here. If you to see the program, I'll show you what it looks like. And you drive through Google Earth, and it views you on a bike. Those videos, you're like on a bike. There's a webcam at you, and you drive through Google Earth. Let's see how these are done. How are those sliders done? No, I honestly believe it's not working. I didn't get scammed at all. I mean, maybe it's remotely possible. Like, if I had to think of what's going wrong on my end, maybe our streaming is tying up a port. Like, because I'm actually live, maybe the fact that the cameras and the OBS is running is messing it up. It would be like the 1%. I don't think it's working. So I'm just gonna keep deving until I'm pinged them directly. I don't know. See if I just... Yeah, sure. I can do that. I can do that. Be my pleasure. It was on the screen. Here you go, lag. Maybe it'll work. Yeah, sure. There you go. All right, now how are those HSV buttons made? I'm gonna search the word max for a second. Saying sit tight. Good to know. I've been standing and laying down and tight. No dice. No dice all around. No top devs getting any action. So when you guys, does anyone here know about making standalone Windows apps, not Unity? Does any of us do that? Because this is a C# Windows app. And right now what I'm looking for is how these sliders are created. It's a XAML. Okay, index, so it's an HTML page? No, that's for the street view. Oh, is that my mess? My. This is for street view. Yeah, I believe that's a possibility. Sure, I forgot the name of that tool, but I'm wondering in this case, and even if that was, where is that? Here, aha! There we go. We did find it. Good job, lag script, on kind of getting me the jar. So this is XAML, which is also used to make Xamarin apps. So this is good. Wait. Can I zoom in? Let me do a save all and see if anything's been modified besides that one code change I did. Nope. I want to add a button. We did it. And then, how do we make code for this button? Okay. It looks like I just gotten I'm getting a bunch of emails. I don't know if it's because you guys are using that link or because he keeps sending stuff out.
That same old place that you laughed about.
Rainbow Kappa! How's it going, bro? We a couple times I went to made some time to try your game yesterday, but you weren't there. It's fine. It's fine. Hopefully we'll get another chance this stream. This is this Christmas stream countdown. We're counting this stream 5 more streams before Christmas. I plan to stream every single day, including Christmas. That being said, I don't think I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to try. You passed out. That's fine. I was just wondering what happened to you. Yep, that's the Rainbow Kappa. think all I want to do is, so I think, let me try this. Let's run it. Cool. It's working. The problem is right now it defaults to webcam, and then if there's a problem with the webcam, then it asks you to open a file, and that's all kind of bizarre. I want to be able to open a file manually. I didn't see how all the shutting down and stuff is working. Is there an error? Hello? Okay, let's open a movie. Aha! Cool. It worked. Dude, are we on the phone? You're watching this through your phone? Oh, I'm so dumb. I thought you meant watch. For some bizarre reason, I was thinking about the handlebars, and my brain just went, and I was like, I thought you were watching the stream on your watch, like you had some crazy Samsung or iWatch. Chilling on the bus. Yeah, our stupid webinar never freaking... Look, it changed. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're making some progress. The presentation will start within 60 seconds. All right. We knew Chad could do it. Chad can do anything. Chad's our man. If Chad can't do it, no one can. Right?
Can you send a message in here if you guys are still here and listening? I see we still got a bunch of people here, which is great. But say if you can hear me okay, let me know.
So, well, all of that, and we get a Google Hangout picture.
All right. Awesome.
Can't hear you.
We're going to get going here in 1 minute. We're actually waiting for a few more people to hop over, and we're going to get rolling here.
That was like TwitchCon, 30-minute delay. 30-minute technical difficulties.
Beautiful. Welcome. What's happening, Matt?
Is he saying hi to me?
How you doing, Matt? Good to see you on here.
Is he talking to me? He is! Holy, he just shouted me out. Yes! That was me. There's no other Matts. Yes!
All right. Make sure we have a piece of paper. You got your notes open. Make sure we got everything
It just
turned
says Bonozo
off.
apps, that's all.
Get everything ready to roll. And if you can see my screen, I'm actually going to open up. Let me know if you can see my screen here. All right. Can everyone see that okay?
McCoy, I got my settings real optimal for phone on satellite right now. I'm on Periscope right now,
Let me
too.
know if you are all set up.
Well, that's
We
loud,
got a
though.
bunch of people coming over. They're in the wrong room, so they're jumping in here in 2 minutes, and we are going to get rolling.
He talks like me. We are going to get rolling. That sounds like some shit I would say.
Can you jump on and see if you can see what you see on this, so I can make sure everyone should be able to see my screen.
Well, I have it used set to Periscope, which is like low
Oh.
bit rate, 900.
All right.
720, 30,
That
900
is an interesting
CBR.
screen.
For that's considered high end of Periscope. I bet you I could push 1,000. I hope they raise it soon. Cool, McCoy. I got those too. I got the transcoding too. I don't know how they pick. I have a feeling it's if you have more than like, if you're in the 10,000s of views, you probably get it or something. That's my theory. I have it too. I was so glad. It was like my biggest complaint as a streamer for like a year.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, we're going to get going here. Can you guys still hear me okay? And still see everything okay? Beautiful.
So this chat's like upside down.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey,
140
Laura, good
people.
to hear from you too.
He's
So
got more
excited to
viewers
share
than I
this with
do.
you. I'm so excited that you took the time off of work. Look at you, getting out early. All right. All right, everyone's ready to roll?
It's different. No, I have the source option that lets you pick. That lets you get transcoding. Like if you want.
All right, so here we go.
If you have crappy internet, now I'm confused. How is that any different?
So this is about how to make money with your first app, okay? And it's not just being able to get an app in the store. I mean, we
You
know
can
this,
pick
right? But
low
it's not just
bandwidth on my
about
stream.
getting an app in the store. It's really
Try
about
yours.
being able to get an app in the store somewhat fast, because we don't want this process to take 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. We want to get it in there as fast as possible. We want to ride the momentum wave and make sure we can get you.
I got source
get you
options.
some downloads, and that's what this whole presentation is about today. Is the fastest possible way that we can get you in the store making money immediately. So who am I? I am Chad Moretta. Hello. Here's my little shot. I've had probably 134 million plus downloads. I've been in this industry since 2009. So what is that? Almost 8 years. Wow, that's amazing. So I've sold now 5 app companies. I currently have 2 apps in the top 100. Put in the chat box if you want which apps you think that may be. I'm curious what you guys what you
He's
think.
got
that
2
is,
apps in
I'll
the
go
top
over
100.
One of them here before the end of the presentation.
They better be good.
And yes, been featured on Inc. and Mashable, Forbes, Tony Robbins. A lot of great brands that I'm very fortunate to be with and to be aligned with. Also, some of you know, some of you may not know, but one of our past students, Mr. Gabriel, I linked up with him. We became business partners, and we actually created part of this actual Appreneur pack that we're talking about. So this is the man, the myth, the legend right here, and he's an amazing guy. One of my good friends now, incredible business partner. He's had over 15 million downloads himself. And he's the creator of a lot of these photo and video apps. But we came together and we created an app together, and we created this SDK, and we were like, okay, how can we get this out to as many people as possible? Because that's what it was about for us. How do we actually get this to as many people as possible and as fast as possible, so we can guarantee that they get downloads and some momentum going. So 2017, okay, this is really the year of big opportunities. I think this is going to be one of the biggest opportunities in mobile that we've ever seen. You're seeing it now, what's trending, what's happening what's going on. You hear about, all the different ideas when you have, Facebook coming out and saying how big video is, when you see influencers taking over. I mean, how many people see these big brands suffering? And then you see these influencers that have thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people that trust them that are now subscribing to their list. Mobile is blowing up, but it's also changing. Okay, and we're going to talk about a lot of that today. And you know, some of the stuff you may know of, and some you may not know of what's happening. So make sure you stay tuned to this whole thing. And I know we kicked it off, you know, a little bit late, but we're going to make sure I'm going to be very, very thorough and very succinct. So iMessage. How many people noticed, if you have an iPhone, that iMessage has been drastically changed?
I actually
Awesome.
didn't notice. I
Yes.
read about it though the day before it happened.
Exactly. Yeah, Angela. So that's exactly what's going on. We basically have a store now with Apple. So they created a store because they knew that all these other, you know, stores that, you know, are in line and stuff like that, the sticker stores, are making so much money, and Apple wanted to capitalize on that. So these are some of the big things that are happening and advantages that you can take care of right now and make some money on. So, you know, you've got the iMessage
Make a
store
sticker
that's awesome
pack.
now. You've got
Money.
the new devices that Apple's rolling out with constantly, and you know, you have all these opportunities that are popping off. And so the question is, why do so many people fail? Why are people failing, or why have people failed in this industry if there's so many new devices and all this stuff is happening? Why? What is the main reason? What do you think? Well, the mistake number one is that they just have a bad idea. You know, it's not a really good idea. I'm used to this by now, and you probably are as well, since you're on here watching.
I love it.
People come here talking about their app idea. You know,
I
like, oh, I got the most amazing app idea. You know, oh my God, it's incredible. You got to hear about this.
We
app
talk
idea.
about that.
And the challenge with that is that they don't actually know what the heck they're talking about. Right?
It's
you can
stupid,
have a great
bro.
idea, but if you're not measuring it off of anything, it's your own just, you know, hypothesis, then typically it's not good enough to make money. Okay, so the real answer to the whole thing is, you know, how do you pick the right app idea? And we'll be covering a lot of that. That's one thing that I've done really well over the past 7-8 years, is I've been able to consistently pick some of the top app ideas because I just follow my system. I follow my strategy.
My strat.
And that's what we're going to go through today.
This is app speed running.
And I'll show you how to do that exactly.
App's
So,
done quick.
You know, it's as easy as going into the App Store and seeing what the market tells you. So if you have an iPhone, you can click on the App Store on your phone, or if you're online, you can go to the App Store on your computer, and you can start seeing some of these apps. So right now, you can look at some of these apps and see where they're listed. Right, 166, 167, eHarmony, 168. You can start seeing apps that are making money. And a lot of the success that I've had is because I'm just looking at the charts, and I'm seeing the apps that have jumped up to the top charts, and I'm looking at the paid, I'm looking at the free, and I'm looking at the top grossing. And I'll go ahead and I'll write down a few ideas, and I'll say, okay, well, I see that there's, you know, this one app says weather app that's going up the charts. Let me look at weather, and I'll go ahead and I'll look at weather, and I'll see that there might be some
Weather
other
or not.
weather apps in the store, right? I did that the other day with the live wallpapers. There's live wallpaper apps that, you know, have been very successful, and they've been doing really, really well. It's just some of the new features of the phone. It basically allows the wallpaper that you have to come to life. And so the reason that I'm able to really jump in and make money is because
Wait, we'll do rip. When I'm gone, you'll miss me when I'm gone. His live streaming abilities are level 0. No, but that is true, McCoy. Like, you know how Beam made $1 bazillion just being the Minecraft game dev platform? Game platform. I honestly think there is money in just having a streaming platform tailored to something. I think the streaming platform for knitting, correct me if I'm wrong, for knitting is doing like super well. Erladus. So Jeff Pierre says, hang tight. I might met him. Perry. This is the why isn't it copying, bro? It's Launch Your First App, iPhone 2017 by Chad Mureta webinar. He is he coined the phrase appreneur. He's got 2 apps in the top 100. He's made millions of dollars in apps. Kind of a personal friend of mine. He shouted me out in the beginning. I was the only person he shouted out to. He's like, "Hey man, good to see you here." Kind of made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I hadn't talked to him in like, I don't know, 2 years or something. That's why I wasn't sure he was talking to me. Because I was under Bonozo. The social platform that I want, and I've actually been in actual corporate meetings, but I believe this never has come out. I believe maybe people have tried, but still hasn't exist, is a platform for all of my achievements in games. And when I mean achievements, I don't just mean like, okay, I'm on Sony, I get achievements. If I'm on, or trophies. On Xbox, I get achievements, trophies. On Steam, I get achievement or trophies. But these don't necessarily talk to each other. But I'm not even talking about those. I literally just want, regardless of my game, my character level or my progression is there. Like I can go to every single gamer in the world would have like, it would say Dark Souls 140th level. Boom. 300,000 souls. Boom. And the idea would be there would be an API attached to it. And so like, in a weird way, you could carry your characters over from game to game, even in games that aren't even at all related. Like I could take my Dark Souls character and put him in I want to try to think of something crazy here. Let's say Firewatch. And what Firewatch would have is some mechanism that if I had a lot of whatever, it might have some kind of tweak. Maybe like my hat would be different or something. You know, I'm just thinking of the most simplest thing. But I've been wanting this like unplatform specific character sheet of every game I've ever played, and that other games could kind of feed in and out of if they desire for years. That's the platform that I actually am kind of hyped about in my mind. Yeah. Well, it'd be their loss not to, was the idea. Yeah, they don't have to implement it. You want them to implement it because you need security. Yeah, exactly. Like my character. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Can everyone hear me again? Yes, yes, yes. All right. Awesome. So mistake number 2 is that most people pick the wrong development team. So this happens, you know, I would say probably half the time it happens. You know, people that don't know really the right way of going about it. And it's just like anything when you're hiring people, you know, it's easy
a lot of Chad's
find the wrong
people that he consult for are
team,
pretty
and it's easy
fresh off the boat
to, you know, not know exactly
So
who
he
to hire,
harps
how
on
to
the
hire
dev team
them.
thing.
The good
A
thing
lot.
is that we teach a way of doing that. I've got a script that you can use that's really easy, and you can just follow that script. And there's sites like Upwork now, and there's a lot of resources now to find the right team. So I actually, I lucked out my first team, and then I went through a couple teams that were pretty bad until I finally found a really good team, and I found a system of doing it. One thing I want to iterate when you're looking for a team is, make sure you hire slow and make sure that you fire fast. So take your time really understanding how the team works or the person works. Follow a script. So we can give you that script of when you hire. So make sure if you're hearing this now, send an email to support, and we'll go ahead and we will send you that script. That's really, really useful, actually.
These guys were
you can use
early
for
to the app
team.
party.
And then
they were
making sure that they have high ratings. So
making apps in like Xcode 1.
Upwork, they have high ratings. And when you actually talk to them, one of the
Odesk was
top
like a
things that
huge
I've done is
discovery
just
for the app
sure that we jump on
world.
script, right?
Back then.
Video, you can read someone's energy, you can see if they're on point.
Even though people have been doing it for websites for a
lot
while.
of this really isn't. Everyone's like, oh, what if they're in Romania, or what if they're in Russia or India?
He talks about Upwork
if
a lot. Odesk,
and you can work
a
with
lot.
them and they have good ratings, then they actually fall through on stuff. So it's more about that and about experience for me than it is on time zone. And make sure you have a plan. Make sure you don't just sit there and say,
they don't have my
I no
technical background. This stuff is more.
Sure you have a plan.
For me, I live and breathe this since I was.
A lot of our team, they're expert programmers, expert designers. I've gone after
as a dev director and hire firing
in the world,
devs,
and they're actually able to put together almost
like,
any app possible, which is really hard to do when you get into some of these high level video apps and high level, like animation. There's a lot of languages that a team has to be able to code, and they're able to do it. And another kind of great thing that I love about them is that they have their own project manager. So they have a dedicated project manager, and that person is making sure that they manage the whole process, for you, so you're not caught in trying to manage something. And so they'll pick things out. They'll say, hey, check this out. What about these screenshots? Or hey, make sure you test this. It's really, really nice to have that person sort of following.
I'm not going to bother pasting RIP. You know what's weird with this logo? Or whatever avatar? Bad Mind, yes! 2 nights in a row? Yes! It's not an official Bonozo dev stream unless Bad Mind joins. No, but I love it when you're here, bro. Bad Mind is a very talented developer. I was just doing some C#. Straight out the C#. No, non-Unity stuff just now. This avatar thing doesn't look like a person to me. It looks more like a piece of cheese or like a keyhole or something. Do you see that? I don't see head and shoulders. I see like hole and cutout. I really feel like it's like a keyhole or a cheese or some kind of weird puzzle piece or something. You bought a mini Mac to make iPhone apps. I did too. I still use it though, and I did make iPhone apps. Yeah, I think I did too. I don't personally, if this helps anyone, I don't mind when I miss boats or trains. If there was an opportunity and then like I recognized it, but I didn't have the bandwidth or the balance positioning to take action, or even worse, I was a naysayer, a hater, going like, oh, that'll never fly, that's a waste of time, and then I was wrong. Doesn't happen very often. Sure. And I don't regret it, because my approach, and you don't have to agree, and everyone's different, is that I'm really into the long term as well. I'm short term and long term, and I need to have my success stories not be so random or taking me on a path that I don't really want to go. It's just the way I've approached it. Like, I've definitely passed up opportunities to make big money out of fear of, not fear is the wrong word, out of either not being passionate about it or worried that even though successful financially at that moment, it wouldn't have legs to keep going after.
Yeah, I did.
And I would miss all the
right,
training
cool. I think we're back.
I could have been getting.
I think we are back.
I can name some very specific examples too.
Well, this has definitely been a fun one with Google Hangouts, that's for sure. You guys good?
Yeah.
All
But I'm
right.
not saying it's the right
We're
strategy
gonna
for
be doing
everyone.
this, by
Some
the way,
people.
again, tomorrow. So making sure that we just get a clean run through. Google Hangouts has been a little challenging today with the webinar, so we're going to make sure we do that again tomorrow, by the way. But I want to make sure that I kind of go through this. So the biggest one, again, evergreen apps, $2,000 or less. You can skin it at least 3 times, and you want to follow a niche market with a
an
big
evergreen
demand.
app?
Okay, so that means, when I did my fingerprint apps, I did at least 4 different security apps. And that was a niche. It was a niche marketplace, and there was a big demand, and there still is. Those apps are still making money. Now, when I did emoji, same thing. Somewhat of a niche. It's much bigger than just a niche. It's blown up for a while now. But you're able to skin those apps out. Some of these video apps, editing apps, it's a niche, but there's a huge demand, and you're able to skin it out. So skin is just going ahead and taking the app and
fuck is he
changing
talking
the
about?
name and changing the colors, maybe changing a little bit of the look of it, but it's the same functionality, right? It's like you have a room and you're just repainting it. That's essentially what you're doing. And that's how you really capitalize in the app stores. You're able to make some money on your original app, but your cost average goes down because you do 2 or 3 or 4 different
What the fuck's an
skins.
evergreen app?
So it's a big thing that has been consistent for the last 6 or 7 years. I would say out of all the areas of niches, one thing that I've seen really blow up and what I'm really excited about and a part of is videos. So videos are hot. We know this, right? Pinterest. I mean, you're seeing Facebook talk about and Instagram. I mean, everybody, Snapchat. It's like, it's the conversation. We're live now all the time. There's even the show. I'm not even going to say the show. It's on Netflix. I do not recommend watching it, but it shows like what the future is going to look like with videos, and it's basically just we can capture all part of reality, and so knowing that videos are here, there's more and more.
Why won't you
people
name
that
the
are
show?
editing tools and stuff like that. This is where we created a video editor because I saw this coming, and
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
something that I'd recommend for everybody.
Well,
to create
he's claiming
because,
he's a trend
again,
spotter.
There's not a lot of people that have
Find an
cost us
opportunity,
almost,
fill it.
over $100,000 to build this thing.
Basically, see an app
But
that jumps in the
because
top
we knew
100 that
it was
wasn't
so
there
hot,
yesterday.
Gabe and I said,
Buy an app
let's
just like
go
it,
ahead and create this.
Skin it 3 times.
This
make money
editor
off the
app
ad
that actually
revenue,
allows
repeat.
You to
I think
do
that's what he's
everything that
saying.
you're saying. Allows you to edit videos,
Indy!
put emojis in there, to
What's up,
put
Indy?
things, to share stuff.
How's your day?
Because we knew that videos are only going to come more and more prevalent. So it sort of fits all the filters besides the under $2,000 one, of course. And so here's a little snapshot of our app. You can see the filters down below. You can see the things that you can adjust. You can see there's music there, and so you can jump on and
Evergreen means
and put
always
your own
popular.
music, which is really nice.
According-
You can-
right here.
we have a little store that you can grab music from, and you can trim it, so you can really make the
Oh, no.
experience, really special for people. You can put different text and stuff on there. I mean, how many pictures have you seen on your social networks of people sharing stuff like this? I mean, they're everywhere, right? And they're using some type of editor. They have to be doing it. Apple has some of their own organic stuff, but they have to be using an editor. So that's what we jumped on. We jumped on that. And since we launched this thing, It's been very, very consistent. And
Yeah.
so the last, let's see,
Well-
so we're doing, right around the 23 to 30.
I'm making an app for
consistently.
automobile accidents,
It's
and
gonna-
I plan to, because we're not sure of the title, we are going to release it under a couple different tiles and color themes. And it's literally because we're not sure what it should be. And I can also put it in perspective in games. This might be kind of a stretch. But before today's day and age, during like the Commodore and Amiga era, and like, IBM 386, 286, and Apple II, whatever era, Mac, whatever. In America, we were making like big games. We had like Lucasfilm making Maniac Mansion, and Microsoft making a Flight Simulator 1, and all these, and then maybe there was a football game or something. But in Europe, they were doing it different. They'd make a game of a platformer where you carry a sword. They'd sell it for cheap, and then they would go in real fast and change all the art and make it sci-fi. And it's the exact same game. They would reskin it. The Europeans were in the game reskinning business 20 years ago. That's what they did. They didn't have, for whatever reason, they didn't have the budgets to make software. This is my take on it. And so I'm just saying reskinning has existed for a really long, since the beginning. And it's even been in the games. Today, it'd be kind of hard. Like, you couldn't just take, a game, change the graphics, and no one would know. But in a way they do. Like, I hate to say this, but Dark Souls 3 is like a reskin of 2, which is of 1. Like, that's kind of a touchy subject. But you could think of games where it's like the sequel, like Doom 2 is like a reskin of Doom 1. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh yeah, it totally did it. Hexen was a reskin. Was that the Doom engine? Now I realize, you might not consider it a reskin, but to me they really are, and that the engine was so much the same. Like they changed so little except art. And that still goes on today. Like, what's a big game that everyone bought that's really a reskin? Naughty Dog games are all using the exact same engine. Now I realize, those are tough ones. They do a lot of customization, but let's go for something simpler. How about and nowadays they're just mods and you can have infinite reskins. Nah, there's some games that really are just reskins. I can't think of any. Personally, Dark Souls to me is a reskin. Because they don't change crap. Like, play Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3, and the UI is like the same. Like, it's the fucking same. The same sound effects. It's got the same sounds, the same. Like, only thing is different is like the map. And like the boss AI, I hate to say it, is like the same. The Dark Souls boss AI has gotten so butt. This is my own personal opinion. You don't have to agree. It's literally like every boss is just Smog and Oakstein or whatever his name is. Yeah. Yeah, right. For sure. Yeah. The Call of Duty games are... Well, yeah. On the networking side, though, they do try to kind of like... The single player mode, not much evolution. On the multiplayer, do you guys feel that Modern Warfare was like a huge step forward in network gaming? Like, I believe that Modern Warfare 1 or 2 was like they took the Doom deathmatch and then they turned it into like badges, experience. Like they just went so far, and they had like you could call in air support, and it just like. I feel like that was like a revolutionary moment. I think it was Modern Warfare 1. that to me took multiplayer deathmatching or whatever you want to call it. You know, by even coming up with headquarters modes and stuff. I mean, I know Halo had these, but it just seemed like Modern Warfare 1 went like off the chain. And then was it Warfare 2? Yeah. Was it the second one? Yeah. It was like crazy. Like the whole screen is just littered with icons, and everything you do, you get achievements, and it's like unlock triple. You know, you it's like it was crazy. You're like, wow. They took it to a really high level, and that kind of what I hate to say this, and we all have different opinions. I kind of feel like Modern Warfare 2, or kind of is what really made esports legit. Like I know they all play League and in Korea and all that stuff, but it felt like, to me, it felt like that was the time when, like, that game just got so competitive. Like, it seemed like that really created Twitch and esports. That game. I know a lot of people would say it's League, but and for good reason. But I feel like that was the game that really kind of pushed that. Go, look, we could freaking make this competitive, because it was. Was it Infinite Warfare? Well, a reskin, McCoy, wouldn't be an engine upgrade, right? So, like, Fallout 4, though it's a lot like Fallout, is not, to me, not a reskin, because I do feel like they rewrote the engine. Partly. Like Uncharted 4 is not, like, the same as Uncharted 1. Like, they had to take that PlayStation 3 code and kind of move it to 4. I don't consider those reskins. To me, a reskin is basically you leave the code a lot the same, like the engine. And then that's a different kind of reskin. Like when they released a product called something remastered, like Tomb Raider remastered or whatever. What they're really doing, it's almost the reverse of a reskin. It's a re-engine. Where they take all the game art. Yeah, instead of a reskin, it's a retool. What up, Orange Sky? And I actually respect those. Because I know, like, I'm not going to buy Skyrim remastered. I would, though, if I had money to burn. But I'm not going to buy it. Why? I played it a gazillion times. I watched it a gazillion times. I modded it up. I've seen it modded up a gazillion times. But Skyrim Remastered is like they redid the engine, I believe, to get ready for Skyrim 2. So when you buy Skyrim Remastered, and I call it Skyrim 2, though it's Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever the number is. When you buy Skyrim Remastered, you're actually funding Skyrim 2. And I actually kind of respect those. I don't fall for it. I did buy the Devil May Cry PlayStation 3 set, which was like all the Devil May Cries together. Man, that's weird when you play. PlayStation 2 wasn't widescreen. Yeah, so they have to make them all. They had to go back and make everything HD. Highway. Cool. Baps, I'll take that. Yeah, that's a good name. Bap. Bap, 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 bap. Fat. Yeah, I know that they did. It's like, but God, some of those knights in Dark Souls literally are just copies of each other. Yeah, I know what you mean. So do you guys think that this webinar keeps going down because of Google or the user or both? All right, well, I think we're going to call it done. Oh, it says he's still here. A-okay. I think it's over. Yeah, I picking Dark Souls was, you know, a real, like, I'd probably lose that in the end. Yeah. To me, it kind of is, it does feel like a reskin because they don't, I mean, they changed a lot with the multiplayer, and I don't know, it just really feels like a lot of Dark Souls 2 and 3 feels just like the first one, but they changed the tables. Like, it doesn't feel like the engine evolved at all. Like, everything's the same size. Everything was kind of the same. But you don't have to agree. I realize that I'm taking a liberty when I say that. They try hard, and game design wise, they did take risks on 2 and 3. But I think engine wise, it felt very, very similar. Like, deathly similar. Like, the frickin' title screen was the same. McCoy is all of our buds. I guess I'm more of like a fan that got hurt. I love Demon Souls and Dark Souls so much that when I played the other ones, I was like, Fallout 4 pissed me off more. If I was in charge of that game, and maybe you guys wouldn't have liked it, the only way the hacking mechanic would not have been the exact same game as before. That boring ass look for the word game. The major hacking mechanic. If I do Skyrim 2 or Fallout 4 or 5, I would completely make a whole new hacking mechanic or locking mechanic. And I think the mechanics that people liked were actually in Batman, BioShock, and I'm not saying I wouldn't do BioShocks. When it comes to freaking hacking, I think Batman did the best. They had so many cool minigames that weren't annoying. I know Deus Ex, they put a lot of work. Deus Ex, I think, has more tech, more game. Deus Ex has the most hacking gameplay, but I still find it boring. And then, I don't know if you guys played Rage, but Rage had it kind of had like I feel like Deus Ex hacking was built out of Rage. Yeah, Fallout 4 was kind of boring. How do you do Matt's buds? Is that a Twitch thing? You mean like on the stream? Look, I got you right here. You're my bud. What is that? This webinar failed. Hey, we got an... Hey, did you... Hey, I'm sure you saw it, That's Bros. Dallas in Chains. Dallas in Chains is in charge of Twitch development. He runs the Twitch development Twitter. He says it should be fixed. He's in charge of, real young guy. I tried real hard, if you guys remember, to get him on the game dev panel at TwitchCon. I tried real hard. I tried so hard. I like asked him so many times. I even tried to ask like other people in his company if they would like mention it to him. But he ended up having his own panel, which I never got to watch. I'd like to watch that, actually. So this is actually a good job, Despros. You just sent me a link to it. What, in Slack or something? Oh. Discord. Nice. Oh, in Discord you can have buds? Indy, was it you that set up the Bonozo Discord server? Wasn't that you? Cool. I'm getting a new video for Street View inbound, hopefully. Okay, so Thesbros is working on the... Oh, by the way, do you remember when we had the debate of what streamer award names to use? And we were like, couldn't think of a name that would fit under 15 characters for Twitter's limit. The Twitter account for the game dev streamers. Well, frickin' Thesbro solved the problem. Sort of. He made a quick version of the website, and he called it GDSA. But isn't that the name of the Game Developer Software Association? No. Well, that's GSD. No. But GDSA, is that anything? Gulf Dental Students and Young Dentists Association. It's a dental thing. But you solved it. Thank you, Indy, for that Beam host. It's Xclam Discord. Oh, we are getting a video. So, Despros, I know I've asked you multiple times, and I know, dude, we have had a need to be able to have websites that log into Twitch so many freaking times, and we've written it so many different times and ways. While you're at this point, I'd love to have a project that you and I could share where it's just that, so we can make a websites out of it. I mean, feel free to freaking, if you, or even if you just open source it on GitHub is fine with me. But can we share that? Because I want it. Another thing, though. What is this? Curl Street Steering. I realize you might be thinking that it's not clean enough or something. Why can't I find that stupid turning video? I don't know why I can't find that frickin' video. It's really confusing. I don't know how I lost such important videos. It's so not like me. You got it. Duh. Good job, Indy. Um, I'm trying to find that steering video. Part of me thinks I need to check that other computer. How could I lose that? I got one other place I can check. This might take a second. Yeah, well, what's going on? What up, Dyson? Checking this one more place. I'm not sure I'm gonna have it. Sorry, I'm really trying to find this video, and it's bizarre that I. I'll try to find this. Oh, we got another no scope response. Good job, Despros. You won that. I'll go ahead and delete this. Good job. Looks like it's done. One, two, three.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Apologize. I'm giving it an all. Try one more thing. Fuck, I don't know how I lost those fucking movies. It's impossible. I don't know. Oh, I think I might have found it. I think Bonozo always gets his file. I think I found it. I found it. It's at the end of this.
Now turn you either way. Perfect.
Man, that was painful. Okay. Um. Looking for a video where wearing unique colored gloves or markers on handlebars. Know what I mean? Yeah, Indy, you don't even have a brother. I know. I remember when we talked. When I first met you, we talked about it. You can? The thing has been problem with bike not fitting in car. This is more of a, well, it's like you drive through, you use your own bike, your own bicycle, and you drive through Google Earth. Here. Images. I'm gonna pull those out of somewhere. Oh, I know where I put it. No. Sorry, that was the video I was looking for. So, you bike, and then it detects your pedaling and turning, and you drive through Street View. This was Google Earth, but replaced it with Street View. Hold on. I'll do morning when the sun is up and the kid hears help. Can it be on phone recorder, or do I need to break out the Canon? Or use the webcam like the screenshots I sent last week? All right. Let's do a washroom break. Just gonna use the bathroom and grab a soda. Just take a minute.
I'll be right back, okay? Don't go away.
Be right back.
Don't go nowhere.
Diet Cola. Got it for 20 cents, and I've been saving it for months. Okay. True story. What's next? So much to pick from. It's even still kind of early. We got to do. Here's the list of things we have to do. We got to update the steering controls in Steam Race. We got to. I just worked on Tortoroo, the Street View app, a little bit. I kind of have it in a. They're supplying more content. I can work on it without that content, but that is progressed. Lindell's Bones, our domino, our hectic domino game. I got a list from them of things. Game Dev Heroes, I'm supposed to write the back page text. Game Dev Stream Awards. Well, that's bros. I assume. Well, I don't know. There's things I could do on that, but I'll probably try to do them when the site's just something to look at. Our web server, currently just kind of waiting for a cyber hacker to show up. Yeah, Topcaster Emoji Wars. The main thing I'm supposed to do is make sure I got everyone's URL in it. And release version 0.3 for Christmas. Showmaster, I'm trying to kind of increase the RPG so we can attack Santa on Christmas. And then, the last but not least, Topcaster. I want to add in mod support. I want to add in Lua integration and make it moddable. That's about it. Oh, I do have one little small thing I'm going to do real quick. I think you might. This has to do with my financial mentor. Let me just pop open the screen. I'm about to reveal the screen in just a second. Okay, here we go. Just doing one more change. So this is kind of interesting. I've talked about how the international markets and currency exchanges affects game development in the past. You've also seen me do some predictions using technical analysis that all came true. Everything I've done on stream is showing where price was going. I also showed the that while the market thought was going to crash when if Trump got elected, that it wasn't the case. But let me show you something else. This is a lot different. This is a book I got called The Correspondence of Pedro Pacheco. And it's a book of this guy pretends to be Pedro Pacheco, and he emails letters to all these famous people, kind of back in the 80s though. Like, I'll just open a page. We got Walmart. Oprah. President of McDonald's, Kellogg's. Let me see if there's people and companies. Let me see. Barbara Bush. This is the first page. But what he writes them a letter, and then all the people that responded, he published their response. And this was in the 80s before the internet. Phyllis Diller, you might not know who she is. Oh, here's someone to the White House. Ronald Reagan, he wrote a letter. And he publishes their responses. Why is this of any significance? You want to have an emoji and Topcaster emoji wars? Yeah. Yes, you can. If you keep helping me as you are, absolutely. Well, the guy, first of all, the irony here, what he was trying to do that no one really got his joke, is there is no K in Spanish. His name is Pedro Pacheco. He was trying to pretend he was Spanish or Mexican. There's no K in the, I believe, in the Mexican alphabet. They don't use it. He basically trolled all these famous people before the internet made this book. I got a copy. Well, this guy is now 80 years old. He's 80 years old. He is a retired professor of finance. He lives here in Oklahoma, and he won first place in a trading contest. And he got, the prize was a financial prize. He's a professional trader. He's 80 years old. He trades for a living. He wrote this book, and he was a finance teacher for the universities. And I am his apprentice. And so he mailed me this book personally so that when I meet him in person, we've never met face to face. I plan to meet him any day now. He's going to autograph it for me. But he teaches me, because I'm professionally, I took courses on stock trading and currency trading and all that. And I wasn't happy with my consistency. And so he's been mentoring me, and I've learned a ton from him. And, he's one of the best in the state. And, well, I'm going to try to stream or video or share all of his knowledge with you guys. And what you can do with this knowledge is predict trends or just straight out make money from the comfort of your own home. And so I just got this book in the mail not too long ago. And one thing he did, I'll show you one thing he did with me. Let me go on to the day chart. The Mushmouth. You see this? This is the dollar versus the Japanese yen. You see this line right here? Well, right here. Actually, I think it was right here. I might have been, I'm not sure which one it was. Let's just say this one to be devil's advocate. I think it was this one. Doesn't even matter, they're so close together. But right here, he told me to put everything long. And I did. Look at that. I got the emails. So I believe it could have been any one of these three, and I can go back and check. It doesn't matter. These are only October 5th. Yeah, I think it was this one. It doesn't matter. They're so close together. Was he right or wrong? He'd call me like every now and again and remind me to keep going. Pretty incredible, huh? So, do I believe in him? Yeah. Do you guys want to see how he did it in a real basic level? I'll show you a real basic way. Oh yeah, it was here. Okay, I'll show you. A real basic way. Let me try the monthly chart first. The real basic idea. Yeah. So we're gonna do it on the week. Is when what you see how these all crossed right here? That was his trigger. These are exponential moving averages on the 10, 5, 15, and then he has the 16 for precision. If any of you trade, you would know what this is. I'm sure if you do trade, you have your own systems. This is his. It's so freaking frustrating. That's about it. That's like 80% of his technique. He just waits for those to cross. So that's the week chart, and then I'll do the day. I think it was the week one that was his trigger. Yeah, it was the week. Let me check out the month again. You see here when they crossed it went down, and when they crossed it went up. The reason why he knew it was such a big move is because they're crossing on the week chart. Like, look, this is 2015 right here. This is a whole year. So when it's happening on such a chart of so long, that's the force. He does it himself a lot on the hourly chart. So this dollar yen has just been, it's just basically been going up. The problem with this one is it's just been going up. It's kind of hard to read. I'll just for fun, I'll pull up the Aussie and then just, I think it'll be easier to look at. See where they crossed right there? Boom. And then they're crossing right here. It's going up. There's more to the system. I mean, but that's the basic idea. Using his system, we rode. He's able to even tell you where to put a stop. Like basically, when they cross, that's your stop. What was the first Steven Seagal movie? You mean America's, the very first one was, wasn't it called like America or something? That was a long time ago. I want to see that. Oh yeah, what up, Elmer Fudd died. He's long. I haven't spoken with him in 2 weeks. I don't know his current stat right now. But I don't know. For my own personal analysis, this looks like not the time to jump on right now. I mean, that thing ran. I would definitely... Myself, I would wait for... No. Because you can see If you want to see here, look. You can see that the runs are over. I'll pull up the S&P. I mean, do you want to short when the trend is long? You can see it's over. Here, I'll show you. Do you guys know? It's just ran. That's the run, man. It's so far away from the 50-day moving average at this point. Like gravity. See how when it broke away from the moving average, it came back. It broke away. It came back. It broke away. It came back. It broke away. I think this is the end of the Dow 20,000 run. And so maybe it goes one more day. I don't fucking know. We're also at the end of the year, right? People sell, except on the last day. But check out this one. The RSI, the relative strength indicator, it's maxed out. Look at this right here, the MACD. It's ready to, you know, it's not the best cross in the world, but it's ready, dude. It's ready. It's ready. And then, so just to kind of really show it, I'll pull up the Dow. Damn. Wow. Again, ran away from the 50-day, came back, ran away, came back, went under, came back, went under, came back, went under, came back, went under, went through it like a freaking bull, literally. Look, it's about, the MACD's ready. Look at that. It's peaked. But these aren't guarantees. But let's just do the real simple one. It's gonna touch 20,000. That psychological number is gonna hold, I believe. We're gonna hit 20,000. It's gonna be Dow negative 3 to 500, and it'll go back to. You guys want a number? I'll give you a freaking number. I say we're going back to Dow 19,200. And then we'll go back, continue back up. But it depends. January market's crashing, and January is, or not crashing, but going down is pretty safe. So, I guess the answer is your question is, yeah, you could short that. And look at this candlestick, FUD. Look at that. If you know your candlesticks, that's partially a reversal candlestick. See how it's in the middle? That's indecision. The closing, that means that day or this week, it hit a high, it hit a low, and it stayed in the middle. That means like they went, and so like, yeah, it's over. Look at that. It's gonna pull in. So, am I selling here? Yeah, I am. Thank you, Mushmouth. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a picture of him in his book. I'm going to send it to him. How's that? So here's the things that you can expect. I'm going to speak from an American point of view because I live in America and I understand it the best. This is what you can expect between now and February. Gas is going to cost more. We're going to probably over $2 finally. Why? It's not because OPEC or whatever, Saudis tightened it. It's because the market's going to go down. And so is the dollar. And oil's priced in dollars. So if the dollar's worth less, it's going to cost more. This is good for the rest of the world. The rest of the world has been getting fucked. It's why the British did Brexit. Why they left the European Union or whatever it is. Again, I am American, but that's why. Oh, the Canadian price is directly related to the gas, oil. I haven't looked at it in a little while. Okay. Here's the Canadian dollar compared to the American. Let's look at the day. I'm going to do a Fibonacci from this. You guys know the Fibonacci? The spiral on a snail? Well, I'm doing that right there. Look at this. I'm doing a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. Exactly. And look where that price hit. Basically spot on to 50%. I'm going to be real with you. I actually can't predict this chart right now. This looks pretty good. See this like trend line? It hasn't broken through it. I mean, I definitely could see this coming down, like back to it. Like I'd short it. Yeah, the dollar's going for a retracement with a correction. We're gonna get a dollar correction. The news is gonna sell it like we're in trouble, but it just ran so much that. So I could see a situation where, see how, you know, it went up and back, up and back, up and back. Let's say that's gonna happen one more time, right now. I don't really trade the Canadian that much. Long story short, this thing has just been freaking, the Canadian dollar's just been getting obliterated for a long time. I mean, used to kick ass. This is when comics in Canada cost a lot more, and now they don't. Wait, this is when they don't. This is when they did. Yeah, in 2007, comic books were expensive in Canadian dollars. I don't know. Yeah. The pound, the Canadian dollar. Well, I can tell you right here, a Canadian dollar is well, it's right here. The price is 1.3. I think it's $1.34 makes one Canadian dollar, so that's backwards. Let me just, I'm doing this in my head here. Let's see, 1 divided by. So I think a Canadian dollar is worth 75 cents. Or no, a dollar is 75 cents in Canada. Whatever. 1 1/3 American dollars equals 1 Canadian dollar. It's right here. So I took that picture. Came out pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing the currency. Yeah, it's weird because a typical thought is that if an economy is doing good, their currency is strong. That's a common thought. It's not true. The one wrench why Donald Trump attacks this is China actually fixes their currency. Most countries, especially top tier countries, the market controls the price. The market. In China, it's not so. But I'm not an expert on this, but it's for good reason. They do that to make their products cheap so that we keep buying it. Like, the reason why China's so polluted, because we're paying them to make all of our stuff, and we don't want to pay any money for it. So they fix their currency so that it's real cheap. They shoot all the toxic on their side of the world, and then we come back and we're playing with freaking Star Wars figures. It's our own fault. It's like that Blood Diamond movie. We all need to have a diamond to give our wife. Meanwhile, half a dozen, African 10-year-olds were all murdered over it. Those are true stories. It's true. But I'm not an expert. Meaning, like, I've never been there. Crap. What up, XP Coin? I'm going to take a picture of this. If the reason why, for example, Donald Trump would want China to stop fixing their currency is the thinking is if they don't fix their currency, they won't be, their yen won't cost so little. It'll go up. And now all of a sudden our exports are worth more and our labor is worth more and we'd have more jobs here. And that all makes total sense. That's not a Donald Trump plan. That's kind of like common knowledge in economists. There was a lot of move under Obama administration, if I remember correctly, or it might have, within the past decade, China has kind of allowed their price to kind of fluctuate a little. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they did loosen it up a little. XB Coin says I look gangster. Yeah, right. Practice. And I'm all Bitcoined out. I think you have to join the army in a lot of countries. I think a lot of countries you want to join the army. If I understand correctly. Let me edit this because it has my scroll. Joining the army in America ain't that bad of a thing either. You get free health and you get all kinds of stuff. To be honest. There's the whole, like, you just gotta not get killed thing. But, like, if you're, like, female, for example, the odds of you, being in the front line might be kind of low. Right? Is that anyone mad at me for saying that or no? How do I feel? But yeah, a bunch of crazy stuff happened this week, right? Like the Russian guy, the ambassador, and then the bombing in why do I want to say Germany? The bombing was in I can't remember what country that was in. I want to say Germany, but I honestly don't remember. How come I can't fill? Doesn't seem to be working very well. Why can't I remember that? That's just a Google away. No big deal. I do want to delete this out. I'll just go ahead and make it white, just because it's not that important. I'm sending this to Pedro. It's like my Christmas card, Tim. He doesn't know I stream, so I'm in a weird way. I'm trying to tell him that I did. We'll see what happens. He might not even notice. He's a sharp guy, though. Well, yeah, like in the old days, you know, women would need men to protect them from other men. And nowadays, women just need their smartphone. So men can't really get away with like a lot of physical aggression because there's just cameras and GPS and choppers everywhere. And so, yeah, we're not. I think it's good that our need to go around and beat each other up isn't really that important anymore. I mean, there's still a couple countries that need a little ass kicking or two. But, like my personal beef is with North Korea. You know, when I read about them setting off a nuke underneath the planet's crust to test, it sets me off. It triggers me. I know the United States did it launched 1,000 nukes in wherever Area 51 is or whatever it's called. What's that place in the freaking middle of the desert where we? And then. Well, they weren't nukes, they were atom bombs. I don't really know. And then we did it on the island or whatever. We launched 1,000 bombs on the planet. That's sent. We don't talk about politics in every stream, but it's happened. This stream has known to not. I'm not afraid of it. I don't believe in that thing like people are like, don't talk politics at a party environment or anything like that. I don't have that problem. I mean, I know not to, get so wrapped into it that it's no longer fun. That's a different issue. There's a different issue between like ruining the party than like talking about stuff. Yeah, if you get all like wrapped in, you're like, I hate you. No, you shouldn't be at the party. You shouldn't do it then. I've been game dev streaming for a couple years. I moderate. If you didn't know, I organized the game dev, some of the game dev panels at TwitchCon, and it's always been 30. It's almost always been 30, around a little over 30 streamers in here the whole time. It's always been that. And in the very beginning, I was number one all the time with 60 or 70. Because I was real early in. No, I'm under the opinion. I'm of the. I'm of the opinion that what we call a nuclear warhead to then the bombs dropped on Hiroshima. I'm under the opinion they are using it. Maybe they're splitting an atom, sure, but I think they're different technology. In, like, to my knowledge, the bomb Oppenheimer made is not the nuke that we use now. We could get into it. Could just be a Google away. You know, the descendants of Oppenheimer, they're on my Facebook. Oppenheimer, the guy that created the atom bomb, or his team, whatever, the credited with it, his descendants are here in Tulsa, and they own a weapons business. They make weapons for the government. Are you surprised? But I hung out with them. They're nice. They're really nice people. They asked me to go hunting with them. They asked me to maybe engineer. They talked about a technology where a watch could show where incoming bullets. Later, Indy. Yeah, hardly difficult rocks. Well, we're doing Game Dev Streamer Awards, the GDSA. We're organizing them. Despros is starting us out on the site. Funny Guy's helping out with the launch. I'm working on the sponsorships. There's going to be prizes. It's to celebrate the Game Dev Streamers of 2016. And I suspect Harley Difficult will be nominated if you and I are on the same page. Yeah. You know what's crazy? I've been in his stream very few times. His schedule conflicts with my schedule. Let me check. Yeah, does he start streaming at noon? That's when I'm not streaming and I'm doing my non-stream work. Yeah, his schedule doesn't work for me that very much. Sometimes. What up, Value Investing? Cool to have you in here. Is that your Twitch name? We just did it. I would say value investing, simple answer. Bull trend is intact, but time for that little pullback, that retracement, the correction. I could say starting tomorrow. I could see tomorrow kissing 20,000, and that would start the correction. It might have already happened, but basically, let's just say it's starting tomorrow, now. I would go ahead, though, Christmas Eve, and you could go long, maybe. But yeah, no, I'm a seller between now and at least the middle of January. I'd sell everything. Yeah, everything affects. Gas will go over $2 in a few days, a couple days. Quote me on this stuff. Matt Harmon of Bonozo App's Twitch stream says Dow might kiss 20,000 tomorrow. Pullback is gonna happen. Sell in January. Gas breaks through over $2 in 1 to 3 days. And you know what? I bet you could all see that that's very likely. I'm on record. VOD. And I did it through the technical analysis, not based on the charts that we just looked at. I'm glad you guys came by. Not all the time I talk about the markets is it, interesting. The real fake news, right? Yeah, as a technical analysis, I think what Mushmouth is talking about in technical analysis, you go by the tree leaves, the charts. But when you watch the TV, there's always an explanation. And I think what Mushmouth, maybe if I'm understanding him correctly, maybe what he's saying is there will be a story that explains it, but I'm saying like no, it was just technical. Chicken or the egg. I don't know. It could be talking about something else, but I think that's what he's saying. When you watch the news, they're not going to say everything I just predicted is going to happen, but they're going to have a variety of reasons of why it's happening. I don't know what the reasons are. I just know that mathematically the physics have reached the point of needing to spring a little bit back. Value Investing says, but since the U.S. is fighting China, devaluing its currency, well, the U.S. is doing it for them now. Stories are for children, not traders. You guys got to give a little credit, though, right? Every once in a while, fundamentals news is relevant. Every once in a while. Like, any shock and awe news story that would make something move may not be shown in the chart that day. I can't think of any right now, actually. But I think every once in a while, fundamental news is relevant. I can't think of any right now. And it's not Trump winning an election, for example. I think the charts showed all that before. I wouldn't consider that one, though you could probably find it if you looked hard enough. Yeah, like Kramer is a fundamental trader. Well, he's both. Kramer is kind of bearish right now. Kramer is a bear right now. And he's like a bull. I actually haven't watched him at all. I don't watch him at all. I respect him, but he kind of just rubs me the wrong way. Something in his voice. I don't know what it is. But like I think from what I read, like on the headlines, I think he's a bear, which would actually agree with what I was just saying. He considers himself a fundamental trader, but he does do a lot of tech. How could he not do both, right? All right. Okay, everybody. Here's where we're going to go raid. I want you with me. Video games and the Bible. Indie Xmas Day 1. Turing Test and Cosmic Star Heroine Beta Interview. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to raid. Let's take a look. I'll be in the Slack. Calling it a little early today. Kind of need to rest up a little bit. Oh, we do game dev here. I'm hosting him now. Join me, please join me in his stream.
That they buckle under their own weight. So for us, you know, we've kept things small and just try to focus on our strengths and.
Thank
just
you, everyone. It's a
improve on our
pleasure meeting
skills
everyone.
over
Don't forget
time
to follow. I'll
and
see you next time.
Very conservatively.
Thank you.
Kind of stretch out. So it's still just the two of us, but of course we're working